there's a quote from Penn Jillette,
who's an atheist.
who is an atheist openly. He said, I've always said that I don't respect people who don't proselytize. I don't know if I said that right.
Okay, yeah.
I don't respect that at all. If you believe that there's a heaven and a hell and people could be going to hell or not getting eternal life, and you think that it's not really worth telling them this because it would make it socially awkward, and atheists who think people shouldn't proselytize and who say, just leave me alone and keep your religion to yourself, how much do you have to hate somebody to not tell them? How much do you have to hate somebody to believe that everlasting life is possible and not tell them that? I mean, if I believed beyond a shadow of a doubt that a truck was coming at you and you didn't believe that truck was bearing down on you, there's a certain point where I tackle you, and this is more important than that.
Yep.
So that kind of just made me think of that quote that sometimes we can get kind of awkward about when people share their faith with us or when we feel the need to share it. But if you do truly believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is a heaven and a hell and that you have the way to eternal life, then the loving and kind thing to do is to tell people about it. So
I'm really interested with that quote. I actually pretty much in agreement in a sense. But I guess then the question is, well, why aren't we all doing it all the time? Like what is the thing for that? And I suspect it's potentially a number of things. It's one that maybe some of us, maybe all of us to various degrees, don't actually really believe it. Because actually when you really believe something, you live your life by it, right? So actually, do we really believe all the areas of our faith, but particularly this? Like, do we actually believe it? Because if we really do, that's life-changing stuff.
yeah.
Secondly, I think it's the human approach, particularly in really dark, difficult things, is to bury your head in the sand and just to deny it. It's to go into denial and kind of go, this isn't happening, because of course this is difficult stuff. I think it was C.S. Lewis who said if there's any sort of doctrine or teaching in the Bible that he would take out, it would be the one on hell, because it's awkward and it's tough. So there's part of us that just wants to kind of ostrich in the sand about it and just kind of deny that it's happening. But you're right, actually, if it's something that we need to get to grips with, then that motivates us to say to people, look, I don't think this life is without purpose, and I think there are consequences of the things we do. And as humans, we hate that. But there are consequences of the things we do. And that's obviously part of what we're talking about in the afterlife.